play, I'ma make a move. Audible, it's gonna be a...
It's Madden NFL 22, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the Ravens and the Steelers coming up next.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
This fielded right at the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the gun, it's Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. The numbers there for Brown from a week ago. 4 catches, 52 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. That catch, by the way, number 505 of his career, and that ties him with a couple of other tight ends for the past, Frank Wycheck and Dallas Clark.
And those guys are excellent players, but how about what we're seeing right now? 505 and rising. What a nice career he's put together.
Jackson on 1st down. And he'll go right back to Andrews. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Play action. It's Jackson. Pass incomplete.
Yeah, good game catch the ball in the backfield a week ago. They're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
And defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limited to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Jackson to the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they try to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now it's Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Defensively, they better figure something out. Opening drive, he already has 4 catches.
And if you have to figure out how to stop him defensively, that usually means you weaken your defense. That means that now the offense is doing the dictating, and they should have other things open up as well.
To throw again on second down, Jackson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Chance is good. He's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. Jackson looking to throw on third. Being chased out left. And Jackson going to have the first down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down, and inside the 5-yard line.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So that'll back him up 5. And they'll try again here, first and goal after the false start. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. A nice display of power, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. Give him 3 on the gain there, second and goal.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Devin Duvernay, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They're going to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. 20 carries, 128 yards.
Well, this is where it becomes a challenge for the offensive coordinator. He's got a bell cow at tailback right now. Number 3 in the league in rushing, within shouting distance of the lead. But at the same time, if the passing game is open, he's got to take advantage of that too.
You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be 2nd and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
So, CD, you talk about this football team, some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely. But that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that. Talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here. And then they realize, I I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we've got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame that talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their careers. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now a handoff for Dobbins. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. 2 yards on the 1st down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Dobbins running out of the gun, powering forward. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football out of the backfield? To be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. This will be play number 7 on the drive, 3rd and a yard. Jackson now. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown! A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Foster.
That's swung out wide to Harris.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
First down, and they go back to Harris.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now a first down carry for Harris. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. On the give, this is Harris. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
They'll run on first down. Harris. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They hand this off to Harris. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Steelers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point, hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The football back over to Baltimore and J.K. Dobbins. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in the...
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
T.J. Watt in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half.
And the Steeler offense ready to get going here in this third quarter. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Foster now looking to throw on second down. He gets it complete to Harris. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now Foster, off play action. He finds his man, complete. That's Porter. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Harris. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
89 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. With that last effort, he has reached now 10,000 career rushing yards. Congratulations.
Big-time congratulations. That also means that his publicist can make sure all the information gets to every voter out there who has a say in the Hall of Fame. Fashioning together a heck of a resume.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And they work this out past the 25.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson.
Open man is Duvernay.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 32-yard line.
On second down, a run with Dobbins.
A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
They'll run. It's Dobbins.
And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Here's Jackson. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
From the 44, Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins.
And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Right back to Dobbins on 1st.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Let's go!
Back now in Pittsburgh. Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And he comes back with one complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider.
And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point up and through. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Takes it at the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Looking to throw on second down. Foster firing quickly here, and that's complete. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, part of why that play works is because the defense has to freeze because they don't know whether he's going to hand it off or keep it himself. And this time, how about that sleight of hand there? Gives it to his wideout. And that indecision defensively, boy, it hurt him in a big way.
Now left side on the swing pass. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Foster to throw on second down. And he fires one incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
Here's Foster on third down. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Or it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense will take over right at midfield. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On second down now, Dobbins. And maybe Shane's in the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Ravens on third down. Can't be any better than a perfect 6 for 6. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield.
And out of bounds right around the 20.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover.
And in for the Ravens touchdown. A great play there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Ravens have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter.
Extra point. Splits the uprights. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Takes it at the 7. And he returns this to the 22. Najee Harris and the Steeler offense set to go to work once again.
He is knocking on the door for 100 yards in this ball game.
And it's so important. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal, just short of it, a little bit over. A little bit over feels better to everyone. Offensive line, running back, team totals, just something magical about breaking that barrier.
Now he's right there on the doorstep now. 109 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll run with Harris. Trucks over him.
Well, partners, my old man used to say, make sure you strap up tight if you're going to try and stop one of those big horses out there. As you just saw there, this guy does not go down easily.
Now whistles here before the snap, but it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Now a give, running left is Harris. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. To throw on 2nd down, Foster. And he whips that one incomplete there.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Harris. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. This is Harris. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Second down and 8.
I got you, punk. Check 43.
They run with Harris. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half the